Okay, I see you looking at me. This is not a skirt. I don't wear skirt. But I understand your confusion, and I'll let you know later on what this is. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Savenaca Vocea, and I am from Fiji. For those of you who don't know where Fiji is, it is in the heart of the South Pacific, just under the equator, east of Australia, and Apicalamo that has more than 300 islands. A little over 100 of them is inhabited. Beautiful place, amazing weather. Has any one of you been to vacation in Fiji? Magnificent, isn't it? So the theme for this TEDx event is how perception is important. And I will be talking about intimidation. I'll be talking about intimidation, how my ancestors have been doing this for many generations. Something my grandfather, my father have taught me, and something that I personally use in my own experience as a national rugby player. As you may be wondering, what am I wearing? Well, this is what we call TEDxUBIWiltz, made from the bark tree of what we call the vow tree. The bark tree is separated from its inside. It is then submerged underwater for about 4 days. Left under the sun, it dries up, and then separated to string-like form. It is then hand-woven properly. Now this is a weapon we call nawau, made from the hardwood timber of what we call the vesi tree. Now, back in the days, men would hold onto this wau, paint their faces, and psych themselves up for the war ahead. And one way in which we do this is through a pre-dance routine, something we called Navalu Vimbevalu. Directly translated, it means the war dance to the war. It incorporates a lot of shouting, a lot of abrupt movements, swinging of the club, mimicking what we do in the battle.
These are voices of nature, the voice of our people, expressing the flavor, image, and rich heritage of our paradise.
Now, from what I've learned in my culture and my experience as a rugby player, I have a contention that there are 4 ways to intimidate an opponent. And they are: 1, making noise; 2, resilience; 3, invulnerability; and 4, confidence. Now the first one, making noise. In rugby, this ranges from anything to speaking out, shouting, screaming even, to call out for your players, to call out for the ball, to call your opponent out, telling them they're going down the next time you cross paths. Personally, I like to get their names beforehand. Calling them out by name gives a much better reaction. Now, secondly, is resilience. You may all be wondering, resilience, how is this intimidating? Well, like my father says, resilience can get you a lot of things in life, even in rugby. Making those runs, making those hard, hurtful tackles, getting back up to make more, getting tackled yourself, but yet getting straight back up, asking for the ball. You'll leave them wondering, are we hitting hard enough? Is he not feeling anything? They're going to be very worried. This worry fuels their doubt, making you more intimidating. Now, thirdly, is invulnerability. You're going to be hurting from all the previous run you made, all the tackles you made. You're screaming with pain inside. But they don't know that. They don't know how bad it is. I'll tell you what, you do something. You keep a straight face. Keep all that emotion, that pain inside of you. You'll see, you'll be sapping confidence and determination from them. They'll be doubting themselves and their teammate, making you more intimidating. And lastly, confidence. When they're looking at you and you're composed, they're going to be afraid of your confidence because they know that you can back yourself up. You believe in your capability. And that is what makes it intimidating. As my grandfather tells me, Save, kaya ka ibili zaki nang gitong-gitong nila menrara. Gain dates nga numuyalo. Ererbakin din. In English, it means if chaos is left, right, center, and you're composed, it's scary. They're going to be doubting themselves, making you more intimidating. Now, what these 4 ways to intimidate yourself, it influences 3 things in rugby. Firstly, yourself. Secondly, your opponents. And lastly, your teammates. Now let's go back to the first one, yourself. You know you're intimidating them. This gives you confidence as a person. You believe in yourself more. It's like a placebo effect. This makes you perform better as a rugby player, as a person. Secondly, your opponents. They're staring at you, they're scared. They don't know what they're doing. They're confused. you'll just be intimidated. They'll be intimidated by you. And lastly, your teammates. When you're there in line and you see the guy beside you, he's pumped up, he's ready to go out there and give it all. Your other teammates, they're gonna be psyched up themselves. And this creates a relationship between you and your teammates as each and every one of you feed off one another's confidence. Everyone performs better. Now, in my rugby career, I see that intimidation does play a huge part in it, especially in the kickoff before the game. That's the time when that's my first battle before actually going into the pitch. As you're standing there, shoulder to shoulder with your opposite number in the other team under the stadium, everyone's pumped up. Literally everyone pumped up. You can hear the crowd. The crowd is cheering. Rugby boots clattering on the floor. Heavy breathing. This is when I take the opportunity, I seize it. I take it one step further. I hit the guy in front of me. Granted, he does know that I hit him. I usually tell him beforehand. So it's all right. I turn around. I hit the guy behind me. I budge him. He's pumped up. Everyone's pumped up. But then this is the interesting part. I look over the shoulder of the guy behind me, and I make eye contact with every single person on the other team. From the guy at the back to the guy right beside me. I like to let them know that I'm here for war. Just got in my eye there. That I'm here for war. Granted, there are some of them, they don't wilt. They look straight back at you. But it's fine. You know what I usually do? We're going at it, eye to eye. I just look at him, I smirk, nod my head. It's game on. On to the next guy. Now, a lot of international rugby teams out there, they truly value the significance of pre-game intimidation, psyching themselves up, as well as intimidating others. Like the case of New Zealand with their haka, Samoa with their sivitau, Tonga with their sipitau, and Fiji with our vimbi, which goes something like this. Warau, warau. Warau. Tama na murai! Nagurai! Yang burai ko! Warau! Vimbi! Tai bobo! Tai bobo! Right to my! Right to my! Tutul buka! Tutul bangsa Andre! Yeah! Now, if there's anything that I'd like you to take away from this presentation, is that there are 4 ways to intimidate an opponent. 1, making noise. 2, resilience. 3, invulnerability. And 4, confidence. It's all about what the opponent perceives. It's all about perception. Thank you, and what we like to say in Fiji, Savenaca Vocea.